Are you itching to write the next Tifa Lockhart or Takado Maruki? If so, you want to pattern your character after the Enneagram's Type 2 personality. These are the characters who often lead to change in stories that tug on your heartstrings. Think romances, family dramas, and even inspirational tales. But don't be fooled into thinking they only shine in those genres. Type 2s can bring a fascinating twist to more traditional action-oriented settings like fantasy or adventure. Their compassion-driven decisions offer a different lens through which to explore high-stakes situations, contrasting the typical action hero bravado. By the way, these characters don't need to be the star to shine. Ever think of them as the BFF in a mystery novel? Or maybe the comedy sidekick who keeps things real? Heck, in a horror story, they might be the only ones you're legit cheering for to survive. Their versatility can make them a killer addition to any story you're cooking up, since they are the emotional glue in their social circles. Type 2s are warm people that have a sixth sense when it comes to what people need. But don't get it twisted. They're not just about hugs and listening sessions. Their empathy can turn into a sort of clingy vibe or, worse, manipulative tactics. It can make for complex, juicy storytelling. As for why, this comes to what's eating at them. They're dying for love and validation, which sends them on this emotional scavenger hunt. They're wrestling with some pretty messed up beliefs like, I can only be happy if I'm needed, or I'm a bad person if I put myself first. It's this tension that adds layers to their story. The road to finding themselves is loaded with ups and downs. They might start wondering why they're always playing the helper. Is it real love for others or a sneaky trade-off for getting love back? This soul-searching can be their first big aha moment. Now, all the characters come into play, throwing their beliefs into a blender. Some people back up their old ways, while others make them question everything. It's like an emotional boot camp pushing them towards becoming a better version of themselves. They learn to actually ask people for what they need instead of assuming, which can be a tough pill to swallow. As they grow, they finally get the memo that saying no isn't a sin. They learn to be there for others without desperately needing a pat on the back in return. They start to see love in new shapes and sizes, ditching their old, narrow idea of what being loved means. And if they can get through this maze of emotions, they find joy in balanced relationships without the whole martyr complex. Gone are the days where they thought they had to be a walking saint to be loved. They embrace a give and take kind of love that's way healthier. Their ego and pride fade away, and their benevolence becomes more about making things genuinely better, not just feeling their self-image. Despite how good all this sounds, not all Type 2s are angels. Some go rogue, turning into epic emotional manipulators. When they snap, they can make a killer villain. Literally. They use their emotional smarts to play people, and their niceness becomes a scary mask. Often, they ally with other antagonists, providing the support that makes their partners in crimes even more effective. These relationships, though toxic, serve the Type 2's underlying need for validation, complicating their moral descent. It shows how even a desire like love can go super wrong if you're not careful. So, there you have it. They're the kind of people that'll make your audience either want to hug them or shake some sense into them. But they won't be forgotten. Got some Type 2s in mind from, well, any fiction? Hit up the comments. And hey, if you dig content like this, don't forget to press that like button and share the love. And if you want more of what I can offer, check out the videos being recommended to you right now and keep the good times rolling.